supercharged NSX. Now we just went over all the details of the vehicle. Let's jump into our PC Link software so we can create our base calibration file, upload it to the link, and begin our live training process. This is a K-Series plug and play, just like the other plug and play line, but again, it hasn't been released. So we're in a unique situation here where Link didn't populate a base calibration file that we can select from the directory. We actually have to go and do a little bit more legwork here and build out a base calibration file. Now luckily, Link provided me with the PDF file for the box, so we're going to be knowing all the locations for the inputs and outputs for the OEM pinout, and then we have our expansion harness that I've wired some additional sensors on, like fuel pressure and oil pressure, among many others. So we're going to have to go through and set up a whole, essentially, input-output pin map for this application. Now what we're going to do here is jump in. I'm going to grab a K20 map that's going to be for a monsoon. Now something that you may not know about the Link series, the G4x series, is that all of the files are interchangeable between any of the boxes. So if we're dealing with something like a monsoon or an atom, or we're dealing with something like a Fury or an Extreme or a plug and play application, all of the file structures are the same. There isn't anything unique to a particular box type, so you can actually upload a file from an atom into a Fury. And technically you can upload a file from a Fury into an atom, but the problem is going to be if you don't have enough inputs and outputs, then it'll give some assignment problems for that, and you'll have to go and resolve those because we don't have the same amount of input-output configurations between different boxes. But what we're going to do here is start off with this monsoon file because it's something that Link provides as a base starting file for the K-Series engine, and that's what we're going to start with here because things like our cam and crank trigger pattern are going to be accounted for, and things like our variable cam timing will also be accounted for. Now we need to go and set all of the actual inputs and outputs to control the variable cam solenoid and to look at the cam position sensors and all that. All have to be configured properly for this particular plug and play application. But again, by the time this reaches the market and this video comes out here for the school, you'll find that that base calibration file is available, and you'll simply be able to download it right from the Link site when you install the software, and then you can simply just open it up and start off here. It'll cut down a lot of the setup time. So let's jump in and take a look at what we need to do here first. So the first thing I want to go and do here is go to File and go to File Open, and we're going to go in here into our, in this case, C drive, Link G4x, PC Link G4x base maps. This is the base map directory where you can find all of the base maps supplied from Link. Now in this case, if we take a look down here, we're going to find that we have various different files. And if we look down here a little bit further in our list here, we're going to find we have a file labeled Monsoon Honda K20 Model Fuel Closed Loop Launch Sample Map. Now this is a sample map, but this will get a K-Series up and running. Now you have to go and again change all the inputs and outputs specific for your application. So whether you're dealing with maybe a Fury or you're dealing with a plug and play, well, if you're using this map, then things are going to be different, and you have to go and set it up based on that. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to grab this file here and click Open. Now, a few things. I'm in the offline state. I am sitting in the vehicle, but my ignition key is not powered on, and I do have the USB cable plugged in from the plug and play board into my laptop now, but the vehicle isn't running. There's no power to the box, so we're in the offline mode. We can see that status up here at the top. We're going to find that it's showing the searching status, and we're not connected right now. Once we connect, this will show green up here and show that's been connected and the connection speed that it's connected at. Again, we're in the offline mode. Now what I want to do before we jump in here and start to go through all the calibration details for signing this to make sure that it's going to be controlling properly, a lot of things to cover, a lot of details to cover. What I want to do here is go up to File and go to Save As. And what I want to do is create a new custom folder for this project and save this particular file as a new name so we don't override this base file, this original file. We're going to give it a new name, we're going to give it a new location, and we can start from there and start to modify it, because again, I don't want to overwrite any of my base files in my base file directory. So I'm going to jump up here, I'm going to go into Documents. I have a Link folder that I like to save all of my Link calibration files and data logs into. Go into Link here and get something I've created in my Documents section here, so Link folder. I'm going to go into New Folder, and in here, I'm going to call this K20 NSX. Give this a particular name so I know exactly what this is. And give it a second here. And double click. And here is the name of the file, the default name that Link has given this file. I'm going to call this K20 Base and just save that. Now, the next thing we need to do is jump into setting up all the input and output details specific for this vehicle. So if we actually jump over here all the way to the left, what we're going to do here for this custom layout is start off here in the basics page and go from left all the way to right. There's going to be about 20-30 pages we have to go through, a lot of setup and configuration details that we need to take care of. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.